Welcome. Let's do some stretching together. We're going to stretch after a run, after a workout, and we're going to stretch because you might have scoliosis. I have all three of these. This is a specific stretch that I do twice a week based on all the criteria that I described to you. Every person overall should stretch from time to time. This stretch is going to be beneficial in any case. I'm going to use a timer on my watch and let's begin. Also, I'm not sure how each of the exercises are called, so we're just going to call these stretching exercises. So the first stretching exercise is doing like this. I also find that sometimes I do stretching in the morning and I am a lot less stretchable in the morning, like right after I wake up, like 5-10 minutes after I wake up, I start stretching, and yeah, it's pretty bad. Probably I can reach like this, but after a couple of hours you can see my stretch is a lot better. So something to know if you want to stretch in the morning, probably know that's going to be a bit harder. I don't like stretching in the morning, but sometimes I do it. 50 seconds. So I'm not sure if I told you, but each stretch, I stretch for about 1 minute, and I know that it is a little bit better to stretch 2 times by 30 seconds, but it works great for me. I've been doing it for a long time, so I just continue doing it this way. I'm not trying to be super stretchable. All I'm trying to do is to eliminate some of the issues that I might have with my body or some pains. Okay. Oh, I know how this one is called. This one is called the cow cat, I believe. So we do it like this. Really helps work with the spine. Your knees and your elbows should be a shoulder width from each other. For 40 seconds. Also, for me it's better to do it without glasses, but for me to see things and see you, I have to do it with glasses. It's also not the best to speak while you stretch, but I have to tell you what on earth we're doing, so that's why I'm speaking. Okay, the next stretch is we fold one of our legs like this. Let me show it to you this way. The other one is straight, and then which way to reach it, like this. So let's begin. The important thing here is you shouldn't like arch your back, and it is quite difficult to not arch your back, and the way you can sort of arch your back less is think that imagine you are trying to reach your feet or your foot with your stomach. So that helps because I can reach like this, but then it doesn't really help. So I'm trying to keep my back straight, and with most of the exercises you want to keep your back straight. 45 seconds in, 15 to go. But sometimes I just say fuck it and do whatever I want to do. Now I'm doing exactly the same thing on the opposite side. And you shouldn't push yourself too much. Like a little bit of push, yeah, that definitely works and helps, but just make sure it's not super painful. If it gets painful, probably you're doing it too much or you're doing something wrong. So try to identify what the issue is and then try to solve it. Also, it's not best to speak while you stretch. Oh, I think I've already told you that. Okay, 43 seconds in, 17 to go. Also, if you're just beginning to stretch, one of the best things you can do is to stretch just a little bit. This way, it's like adapting any new habits. You do it very shortly so that it's easy, then you make sure that you like it. And there are some other components I don't remember, but these are pretty good ones. Okay. Now we're going to stretch the spine. This is an exercise I got from a chiropractor, I think like 6 months ago, because I used to work out like crazy and my back muscles would just be so tense all the time. This is what I had to do. So, take a look at what I'm doing. It's a bit hard to describe, but one leg over the other, like this, and then I'll give myself some space. Yeah, and then I stretch like that, and then the opposite way. Make sure that your knee is bent just a little bit, because then we're going to do a progression like this and then like this. So make sure this is how it is. And make sure your knee doesn't elevate from the floor. Should be touching the floor all the time, and then the more you stretch, the lower your arm will get. And so we need to do 7 of these for each. Okay, let me take my glasses off. Can't see anything. Now, the second one is 1, 2, 'Now the knee goes even higher. And I also like to hold my leg with my arm so that it doesn't go from the floor. Yeah, that was my back. It's basically the same exercise or the same stretch that you get when you go to the chiropractor, because they do exactly the same thing, but they just lay on top of you to stretch that. Okay, so we did one side, now we'll do the other side. Exactly the same thing. This one I'm not timing, we're just doing the number of reps. This is the only exercise where we do a number of reps. Other than that, I always time everything. Sometimes it might feel like you're not stretching a lot. In that case, try to kind of move around, adjust a little bit to find where it on earth it stretches. Because when I went to the chiropractor, he showed me an exercise, actually the next exercise we're going to do. and I just didn't feel any stretch because I was pretty stretched with that muscle specifically. But then I just had to discover certain ways for this exercise to work for me. Okay. Let's go further. I don't like to take pauses. I think pauses are not necessary because these stretches are not like really pushy on the body. It's kind of relaxing, and so I just like to continue. If I need to take a pause, like actually I never take pauses. It's just sometimes I'm a little bit slower, and that's how it works. So the next stretch, we're going to stretch the chest muscles. And for that, we need some sort of corner or like a door frame. The door frame is actually the best, but I also do it with a shelf sometimes. So let me turn you. Okay, you can see this guy, but hopefully it's not going to distract. Okay, so we're going to stretch the chest muscle, and for that we need to come here and we're going to stretch it in 3 different ways. So when our elbow is low, when we have like a downward angle here, then when we have like a 90-degree angle here, and then the one that is high. So we'll start with the low one, just literally pressing against this, leaving this arm behind and therefore creating the stretch, and that's how we do it, but I also need to time it. And you can see I'm in a very weird position. That is because if I stand normally, like it doesn't stretch. I really like have to stretch my whole body to feel any stretch. And actually, because of this, when I wasn't stretching and I had issues, so my chest would just crack very loudly, very painfully, many times of the day. And then when I went to the chiropractor, he told me that I worked these muscles so hard that they are like so tense all the time. And by the way, these stretches we're doing for just 30 seconds. I went 38 seconds, but it's okay. So let's go further. And that's actually the reason why I went to the chiropractor, because my chest would just crack all the time, very loudly, very painfully. And it does sometimes do that still, like from time to time, but nothing compared to what it was. So right now it's very, very manageable. I actually like to push the chest, like stretch the chest muscles with a little bit of pain. Like I really feel the stretch and it feels great. Okay, now the top one. If you don't work out with your chest, or you don't train your chest, probably not going to hurt as much, but I worked out on my chest yesterday and it hurts. And it hurts like this every week. Oh yeah. So that was one side. Now we have to do the other side as well. It doesn't have to be exactly like 30 seconds or 1 minute. If you go beyond a little bit, it's totally fine. So right now we're stretching kind of started with the back, and then we went into the chest. Now we're going to finish with the back, the next exercise, and then after that we'll go into legs and also back stretching, because we have this muscle called psoas muscle, and it's the muscle, I don't remember exactly, but I think it's the only muscle that connects like this part of the leg with the torso. So by running, you actually like really put it under pressure, and you do have to stretch it. Otherwise, it makes your body go like this. Maybe not the top part, but like the bottom part. It really pushes the body in. Okay, we'll need the wall a little bit later, but let's continue here. The next stretch, stretches the back unbelievably. One of my favorite stretches. It's pretty painful sometimes for me, and I cannot say that I'm progressing any well with it. I have not progressed for a long time. But so we need to bend our knee like this, then I sit like this, and then basically this is what we need to do. This is how I get into this position. One knee is bent, the other one is straight, and I'm just going to reach on top with this arm and really stretches this part here. Like if you have back pain and after running you can get some back pain, so it really helps to stretch here. Then put this arm over here, then I try to relax because it's sometimes pretty painful. You can also just try and reach it like this if it hurts, to grab it, that thing, the foot. Breathing also helps a lot when stretching, and oftentimes, like in this like special exercise trainings, if you go into like the group exercise stretching, into the group training, stretching, if you go into the group stretching, they will tell you to stretch on the exhale because that relaxes the muscles. The reason we're struggling to stretch our muscles is because our muscles are always tense. The body prevents the muscles from stretching, because if we stretch it too much, we're going to tear them apart and it's going to be troublesome for us. So our body limits us from stretching, and the way you can stretch very well is by relaxing your body. That's a tip for you. So I remember Jimmy Carr and his jokes about tips or the whole thing. So there was something else around there that cracked. So yeah, if you wanna stretch very well, try to stretch on the exhale. And you can also stretch 2 times by 30 seconds instead of, let's say, 1 time of 1 minute. It's going to be more beneficial because you're going to stretch your muscles first, and then these muscles know that it's not super bad to stretch like this, so they give like a bit of room, and then after that you're able to stretch more. Maybe you saw it just now when I exhaled, I just fell down because my body relaxed. Okay. Next thing, we need a wall for that. We're going to start stretching our legs after running. What's happening with these neighbors? Anyway, so we're going to stretch these muscles. What are these called? Don't remember exactly, but let me turn you to the wall. Move this guy. Okay, so what we need is we need to use our legs use our arms against the wall to kind of lean onto that. And then we need, actually, I think it's going to be better. Let me put you like this, and then I'll show you the best way. Don't have enough space here. What's going on? Okay, I'm going to stretch like this. So I put one leg behind. I always keep it straight, and then I'm going just with my whole body. I'm not trying to create like an angle here. It's like when doing push-ups, you want to keep your body straight, so that's what I'm trying to do. If I'm going down with my whole body, not just like this part or this part, with the whole body. And then it's going in a straight line and really stretches that muscle. In terms of when to stretch, before a run, after a run, or in some other days, to be honest, it doesn't matter that much as long as you stretch. And if you do run, it's important to stretch. Oh yeah. Okay. So I stretch 2 times per week. I stretch on Wednesdays and I stretch on weekends. Usually it's morning of one of the weekends. Or sometimes it's afternoon, but it depends on my schedule. So I stretch 2 times per week and I run 2 times per week as well. I run on Wednesdays, so I'm going to run today after. But also, sometimes I stretch like on Sunday, even if I run on Saturday, or the opposite way. So what's important is for you to stretch. That's the important thing. But when to stretch doesn't matter as much. Okay, these neighbors are going insane today. And yesterday as well. Okay, now let's do a psoas stretch. Okay. Now we're going to stretch the muscle that I was talking about that connects the top part of the body with the lower part of the body. So for this we need to stand like this. So I have my right leg behind. I'm going to raise my right arm, stretch up and kind of twist the pinky so that it's the highest finger, and then we will try to go down a little bit. Let's do it like this, and you're really going to feel the stretch over here, like in this part. If you don't feel it, try to put your legs further apart. Try to put this one, oops, falling, this one even higher. Sit even lower. So try to do something. Try not to bend that leg. It doesn't help. This one you can bend it, but that one don't bend it. Okay. And I'm doing this one for a minute as well.
1 minute. Counting down.
No, don't. Okay. 1 minute per leg, and here's 1 minute. Now we'll do the other one. Now left leg behind, left arm up. If you hear these weird noises, it's the Serbian locals. It's just people that constantly make noises during the day, during the night. So if you want to have a peaceful life, I don't recommend Serbia as a country. Or at least not, I don't recommend Belgrade, because maybe it's good in other countries, but as a taxi driver told me, Belgrade never sleeps. Now let's do another stretch. We're just going to lift it, our leg like this, and start stretching. I like kind of putting pressure a little bit, or trying to sort of make this leg straight. So I'm pushing on this part down, and this way it's giving me a better stretch. So we're just ending like this for a minute. If you're having troubles finding a stability, what you want to do is focus on one point with your eyes, and therefore you will be able to stand straight for a long time. So let's do it. 1 minute as well. And try to keep your back straight as well. Now another another leg. And there are many ways to stretch the same muscles. These are just my favorite stretches. I've tried a lot of other stretches, and these are, yeah, my favorite ones. 45 seconds in, 15 to go. Okay. Oh, I haven't done the stretch in like maybe a week, and I can really feel my muscles stretch very well. Oh yeah. Okay, that's it. Let's go further. What's our next stretch? One of my favorite stretches, and because I started running up the hills, it's something I never expected. But these muscles, I don't know what these are called, like, but the butt muscles. And the way you stretch these is, I'm not going to do the best job because I have some stuff here and I don't want you to see my back, so I'm going to show it to you on this thing, but it's not the best thing. It's best to do on a couch. If you don't have a couch, a chair works totally fine. So, I'm going to put one of my legs and I'm going to put it sideways. And I'm going to bend my knee. So let's give it a try and you will see. Like this. Okay, let's put the timer. And now I will try to go down, and it really stretches everything like over here. And as I started running more, I really started to feel the pain in these muscles, just overall throughout my life, not even during the runs, but like just everyday life. And it really helps take the pressure away, like stretch the muscles, and it feels better. But then after that, we're going to do another stretch on the same muscle group. Yes. Oh, this is a great stretch. Okay, now we do another leg. Oops, I started the timer, but I have not put the leg yet. Let's put the leg. Okay, this, and it might hurt sometimes to do that. Like in certain positions, I feel like some of the nerves get trapped between the bones. And so I have to just make it kind of raise the knee to this position, then put it back. So just what I did, like this, and then put it back. Oh, actually, once I did that, went bad again. Yeah, it's not comfortable to do it here, but you get the idea. Oh yeah, this is better. Yeah, what I'm doing right now is just, it looks awful, and that's because it is. It's way better to do it on a couch. Oh, sofa, armchair, something big and soft and straight. This thing is not straight. Okay, we'll stop it here. Now, let's do another stretch on the same muscles. We have to lay down. We're going to take just one leg, put it to our chest, and then to the opposite side. So let me start the timer. So close to the chest, and then just slowly sliding it the opposite side, like this, keeping the knee the same height to the chest, and then sliding it to the side. And once again, stretches the same muscle, but I'm having troubles with these muscles. Maybe it's because I sit down most of my day because I have to work with the computer. So this kind of stretch, oh yes, so great. And we're getting close to the end, by the way. We have just a couple of stretches. After this, we're going to do a cobra stretch. Okay, so let me stop this. So let me tell you what's coming. The cobra stretch, and after that we're going to stretch the neck and basically the neck. I stretch the neck in 30-second segments, so instead of a minute, and it's not like I do 2 times 30 seconds, I just do 30 seconds for the neck. Because I noticed that if I stretch the neck a lot, it hurts the next day. So I try to not stretch it as much. Yeah, this is great. Honestly, after you do a stretch like this, you feel like a new person. Now, let's do the cobra stretch. Usually, people do it with straight legs. So people usually do it like this. But to be honest, I don't feel any stretches at all. So if you're just getting started, this is the way you can do it. But the way I currently do it is I come to a couch or to a wall, to a door, whatever. Oops. Do it like this, and then like this. Actually, let me start the timer. So I do it like this.
For how long?
No.
Okay, I won't.
Did I say something to her? I don't know. Okay, and then I go down for the first. So every 10 seconds I go down. I can also do a little bit like this. Sometimes my back cracks when I do it. And I go down for the first 30 seconds. After that, I just stand straight for the next 30 seconds. So I do this one in a minute. This exercise really helps take the pain away from the back. Sometimes nerves get pushed together, and this really helps. I'm not sure what the time is. Usually I track the time with my phone, but no. So this, 1 minute 20. Okay. Now we need to stretch the neck. So let's do it. We do it in 30 seconds. First of all, we go slowly up, slowly down. Make sure that your back is straight. And try to go very high and then very low. And actually I started a little bit too fast, but you can see the speed right now. Okay. Now we go left to right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, we'll say 30 seconds obviously, 26. Now, next one is going like this. Putting your arm on top, keeping your back straight, and just giving a slight push to where you feel a bit of a stretch. Don't push it too much, because if you push it too much, you're going to have a pain in your neck. So go just a little bit. Try to make sure it doesn't go like this, but your face is straight up and it's just tilting it to the right. Okay, that's it, 36. Sometimes it's hard to understand the time when I'm speaking. When I was learning to stretch, I was recommended to put my arms below my butt like this, or like my hands, but I never did, and it still works totally fine for me. Okay. And now the last one, where, well, it's just easier to show. So we go like this. We actually, let me stop it for a second. We turn our head to the right first. So we go like this, and then we go down, and then we put our arm on top. And then we push down just a little bit. Don't push too much. Actually, you can, like, don't push at all. If you feel some sort of stretch or pain, just the weight of your arm will already create some sort of pressure. So don't push any further if it feels like not doing it. If doing it feels wrong. This, now, the last one. There you go. Thank you for stretching with me. If you liked stretching with me, like this video, subscribe for more videos, and if you liked this video, there's a good chance that you will like this video. So click on this video here.